Okay, so I needed to change the sending unit in the car, and here is the old one that I got out.
You're my gang, I'd do anything for you. That's my best friend.
Doesn't look too bad, but you can see some rust and stuff on it, so probably the little mechanism inside bad. This is where we're at so far. Got the tank here, we got the new one set on. I got to put the retaining bracket on here, and then I need to replace this rubber piece, which I have. I just need to cut it to length and then put that back on there, and then we got to get it back up onto the straps, and then you can see the other filler neck piece that goes up over there. Connect it back to that. There's the gas line up there that's hanging on that wire, and then there's a ground line and the line that goes to the actual sending unit that connects right there. Gotta connect that all up, and then we pretty much got it put back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the ring back on there, and then try to push it back up in there. I gotta cut that rubber piece, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so with these old cars, they always have some weird ass thing where you need a special tool or something to really do that. You can see this retaining ring here. Well, it's got three little notches here that I think they have like a little wrench that goes around it, but it's got to press down in to the rubber piece. I'll show you that here. So there's the rubber gasket underneath, and so what I did is I pressed it down, and then I take this piece of wood and I hook it right on the edge right here, and then I just use the hammer and push it the rest of the way on. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way for me to cord. Oh yeah, this might work. Okay, it's right here. So I got it pressed on there, and then I'll just use this piece. You can see it's starting to turn right here. And that way I don't damage anything. It's under these 3 tabs like it's supposed to be, and then
one eternity later.
okay, so as you can see, I was able to get the tabs all the way over, and basically what happened is it set too far down, so I had to recenter this so it would turn again. So that's why it was given resistance. It just got too far wedged in one direction, so I just tapped it, and then it was moved pretty freely, and now all those blocks are on the tabs, so now we're really good to go. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it's like when you have to do this by yourself sometimes, and you kind of have to improvise a little bit. So I got the jack up here, and then I got the 2x4 so I can get it slanted up here so I could get this started. And then, I mean, you can see it's barely on there. It's barely on there, but it's enough to hold it. And so what I'll do is I'll go get the other side now. I'll get the strap on, and I'll get the little boot, and then we'll be good to go. All right. So this just happens to be at the perfect angle. At the perfect angle that I can just set the phone down and let's show you. So what we got here is the strap here. Doesn't quite want to help us out. I lost all my 2x4s. Okay, and I can use this one as a lever. And then, okay, so see that there you go. All right, so I use my knee, press down the 2x4, give me a little bit of lift leverage. Oh, that didn't work. All right, there's that. Oh, come on now. I need a little bit more. Oh, what do we got going on here? It's not quite settling like it should.
One eternity later.
Come on, be friendly. There we go. That's the bite we needed. Okay. Whew. Alright. So that's off there. Now we're going to let some of the... Actually, before we do that... Let's go ahead and get a little bit more bite. Alright, it's not being forced. So, okay, now we know it's on there good. What we can see though is here that this strap is a little bit not in the right place. But that's because we haven't quite got this boot on here. So I'm going to release pressure out of that. And then we need to go this way with the tank to get the boot on here for the filler neck. It'll be good to go. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we got the boot on. We got this tightened down where they need to go. It is in place. All I need to do now is put the ground and the actually plug that goes to the fuel gauge in the front of the car, and then tighten down the gas line that comes to the tank. It's already on the sending unit, but I just need to tighten it down to make sure it doesn't come off. Okay, so the rest of the video that you watched was a couple months ago. I got sick and there was a lot of other stuff going on, and I couldn't test it without the battery in it, and I was redoing the brakes. So yeah, so now we're a few months later. We finally got the car somewhat back together and drivable. So now we'll just go ahead and look at the sending unit and see what happens. Okay, lighting's not all that good, but you can see there is the sending unit. It is reading just a little bit less than half a tank, so that job is completed. Like I said, I spent a bunch of time redoing the brakes. I got a little bit of footage of that, but not a lot. That was a struggle, and yeah. So I'll show you. I'm gonna cut that video down because the work that we did was a lot of trial and error and stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of showing you what I did and the end result of it, and then we'll go from there. All right, much love, all. Hi, I'm Randy.
I'm November.
I Ramona too.
And this is Optimus Prime, and we're just ducking around. If you like the content, please consider subscribing.
And thank you for checking us out.